I spend a lot of time talking about search engine optimization, SEO on a website and why it's so important. But why don't I talk about as much with the Google map listing? Well, the reason is that one has a lot to do with the other. Let me explain. What's up there, guys? Izzy here once again with Do It Yourself Junk Removal SEO, where I help junk removal companies fix up their sites to make them look badass, fix up their online presence, their SEO, so that way they can get more business for their business by having people find them online for the services that they provide. And today I want to discuss how to properly optimize your Google map listing and why the website that's connected to it is so important in helping it rank. We all know that, let's take a look here, this map listing right here, these are called the Google My Business map listings, and this is called the Google 3 pack. And it's very vital for your business to get into this map pack when somebody types in the word junk removal in your specific area. And one of the ways that you could do this by really optimizing it to its fullest. I'm going to show you a couple of things that you need to do. First of all, if you don't have one, it's real simple to do. Just go into Google, type in Google My Business, type in there. If you have a Google Gmail account, if you don't have one, set one up. If you already do, you'll have the option just to set up a Google My Business account. You'll go in there and you got to put in your business information. You got to put in your business address, your phone number, that you're in the garbage disposal, junk removal business. You pick your category in there. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Um, and then you just hit enter. Google's going to send you a postcard with a code to verify your listing that you are at that location. And then that's it. You're done. But as soon as that's all done, I mean, you could do this before you even get the card back. Start filling out your information to the absolute fullest that you possibly can. I mean, put in your correct information, put in your hours of operation, make sure they match up to what you have displayed on your website, your website connected on there, the services you provide. Sometimes you'll see some of these get updated. People, I don't know, Google does this sometimes. Just ignore it. Just whatever. Just go by it. I think sometimes Google's trying to test to see if there's any spam accounts out there. So for the most part, just leave it alone. Put a good description here. This allows like 750 words, I think. Try to fill it out as much as you can. At opening it, of course, you got to add your photos. So add as many photos that you got. Spread them all out. Get some good photos up there just to show. And make sure you have your logo set up right. Like this guy has his logo here, has his cover picture, the services you provide. Google gives you this free website too, right here. Go ahead and set that up too. This is not really that important, but just set it up anyways. Because what Google's going to start to notice is that its listings alive. It's got people taking action on it. It's filled out completely, so it's going to favor it over people that just set one up and just ignore it at the same time. Other than that, you set all that thing up, and then you should be good to go. Get things going on your products and services. You could add a couple descriptions on some like this, just to put more information on there and make you stand out above all the other companies that are out there. But the main thing that you want to focus on, like I said, I always keep talking about, make sure your website is fully optimized and it's connected to your Google listing. Like these guys here, North Bay, well, right here. If you go on their website, you'll see that the Google map listing, you could get the listing and you embed it at the bottom of the website, just like this right here. You embed it in there, and then you got to make sure your phone number, your address, and your business name all match the Google listing itself. On here, they're one and the same, and also your hours, so that Google's crawlers could start seeing that your website's one and the same with that Google listing. So that's why it's very important. Now, the reason optimizing your website is super important, and make sure you do everything right on it, is because eventually, in my personal opinion, and I've seen it for a lot of years now, your website has a lot to do with the rankings of your Google map listing. It's almost like it's lifting it up and holding it up there. So if you have a really good website that's SEO optimized, that's ranking for particular words, your Google map listing is attached to the website. It's also going to rank onto the top of that page. I'm going to give you an example of one that I did. This is I worked on this guy a couple years ago, still help him here and there, but he was an asphalt paving company out in Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona has 1.6 million population, and last I checked, there was like 30 to 40 different asphalt paving companies around that area. And this guy wanted to get more exposure for his business. So he had his Google listing and he had his website. And his Google listing was ranked out, probably out number 80. I mean, you go onto the maps right here, view all here. Come on now, load up. You look at all these right here. He was like on page 8, and each one of these are 20. So he was like 80, 60 places down on this list of Google Map listing. And what I did was help fix up his website, and his website's not even that nice looking. I mean, just bare bones. He didn't really care about the website, but I optimized it to its fullest. And you'll see I did the title tags, I did the meta description, I added his service pages, I added content to his site. Like I said, site, I don't really like it. He doesn't really, this is what he wants. So I'm like, okay, whatever you want, man. Um, and I embedded his map listing to the bottom of the website as well. Here, you can see it right here. You could put a little one or you could put a giant one like this, whatever you really want. As long as you put it in there so Google knows that this website's connected to, I mean, this Google listing is connected to this website. And then you'll see now when I type in asphalt paving in Phoenix, there's this business sitting right here and his website sitting right here. So I believe, and I have a lot of people in the SEO industry and all that stuff, that we really believe that if you have a really, really well ranking website, it's going to help push your Google Map listing as well into the Google Map listing 3-pack here for the specific words that you're trying to get found for. Like this guy, he wants to get found for asphalt driveway paving, asphalt paving, and all that stuff. So when somebody types in asphalt paving in Phoenix now, he shows up right here and he gets a lot more calls than he ever did before just because of doing this and optimizing his website and his Google Map listing and connecting both of them. So this is why I talk so much about ranking your website. If you rank your website, your Google Map listing is going to follow. And believe it or not, sometimes the map listing outpaces your website. If you do such a great job on here, sometimes your map listing can rank faster than your website. It all depends on the area that you're in. If you're in a population with like 30, 40,000 people, shouldn't be too difficult. Population 1.6 million, it's going to take a while. This one took me, I'm going to say 6 months, 1.6 million people, 40 different massive companies out there. So it was a tough hill to climb, but I was able to get it going and get him ranking up there in that area. So this is why it's important. Like I said, optimize your website, get it all going up, get it built, get some age on it, do the SEO on it, optimize to its fullest, and with time, and of course, attach your map listing to it. And with time, eventually your website's going to get ranked, and it's going to push your map listing towards the top of the search results. Just like this guy's over here, I always use this as an example. I type junk removal here in my town. The junk takers is right here, and he's right there, and a lot to do with it, his website being fully optimized. And of course, you get good reviews. You guys do a kick-ass job with junk removal. You're going to get more reviews. The more reviews you get too has a lot to do with ranking your map listing as well. So that's the tip I got for you guys today. If you guys want to know more about my services, what I do to help you guys out, feel free to reach down here in the description. I have my website link, information. You can check out everything that I do. Help you guys out with this, the entire SEO and the mystery of SEO here on online for junk removal services. Till next time, guys.